Hello everybody, this is Diane. I am feeling better today. I was frustrated in yesterday's video. I tried not to let it show too much how frustrated I was, but I'm sure you could tell because I said I was. So, but you guys made me feel so much better. Those journals, those imperfect journals sold so fast it made my head spin. And part of it might have been the price point I put on them. But I just want to say thank you so much. And not just that, but your comments. You were very supportive and appreciative that I was honest about some things that just don't go right. Even for a seasoned journal maker, I've made tons of journals for years, and you know, things don't always go right. So I try to let you guys know so that you know that we don't always get everything the way we want it as far as our creations. So anyway, I'm feeling better. I've been cleaning in here and it's almost presentable now. I have to vacuum, and I have one pretty big stack of assorted papers that I used in the last couple of journal projects that I have to put away. But these are things that I've been cleaning up. And I just thought I'd chat with you a little bit, and then I want to do a project. Not like a book project, but an ephemera project. So the book pages that didn't go into all of those journals that I made, because between the larger journals and the little ones, I had 9 books. So some of the pages didn't go in the books, and so I cut out some pieces last night while I was watching TV, and I saved some pages that I liked whole so I can make journal cards out of them. So I started doing stuff like that. So I have my little pile of animals here, and that includes the birds and the insects, a little grasshopper. So I'm putting these in this is my pouch of cutouts from children's books. So that's the animal one, and then this one is the children, and this one is a big pouch. I'll put them in here. Yeah, that's kind of heavy. Oh, I also cut out a few of the words, and I have an envelope where I keep those pouches I just showed you. I didn't get the envelope out. I should have done that, but I'll just put those in the envelope. Then I just want to cut these. These are going to be large journal cards, and I will sew around them, but not today. And I can round the corners or not, but I'm just going to put them away just like this so I can do the sewing and whatever other decorations I want to do as I use the cards. So I have those, and then I have this smaller one. And this one, I liked the front and the back, so I'll probably just end up maybe making a flip out of it or tucking it into a pocket just the way it is. All right, then I clean up as I go because I am cleaning. I had these over at my cutting table because I had cut some of the starbursts, and I just filled in the rest of the piece of cardstock that I was cutting. So I need to put those away. Probably should have looked in here. I probably already had what I needed in here. The project I want to do today is what I am going to call a palette cleansing project. to kind of clear my head and my vision from the last project, and just do something that's easy. So hopefully we'll get to that. Another thing I did was I had to tidy up my drawers. I have big, deep drawers down under my table, which I want to do something else because I pull them out. It's a set of 2 drawers, sorry. It's like a Rubbermaid thing. And the bottom drawer is cardstock scraps, solid color, and then the top drawer is all of my scrapbook paper scraps. I don't sort them into color or anything. That would just take too much time, and I just like being able to throw them in there. But I want to do something else. I don't know what, because when I pull the drawers out, I have a really hard time getting them back in. So I think I need to do something else. Anyway, I had to tidy that up because it was a big mess. And as I sorted through, I pulled out strips. Some of the strips were still on my table, but I pulled out some strips, and I saw these together, and I thought, ooh, I need to do something with that, but I'm not going to do that today. I just wanted to show you. I added these other pieces as I was tidying up, so I want to do something with them someday soon. But I took some of the pieces that weren't nice and tidy like this. They were cut into, and there were holes in them where I had punched. So I just took all those pieces and punched. So I made a bunch more of the whale tail tabs. So I'll put them in my tab box. And then I punched hearts and 2 kinds of flowers. I have other flower shapes that I can use on my Big Shot, some dies. But I just wanted to just do some easy punches because I did it during the night when I should have been sleeping. I couldn't sleep. So I'll put all my other punch shapes in here, and I'll have those when I need them. These I should have talked about when I talked about the book cutouts. These are little tiny ducks, and aren't they cute? So I think those are cute to use to make little clusters. So this is my tray. I've shown it before, where I have book images and shapes, where I would take an image and then add some other pieces to it and create a cluster. So I'm going to add these little ducks to this, and hopefully I will get this out soon and make some clusters. I keep this tray actually in my living room underneath my entertainment, where my TV is. There's an entertainment, I wouldn't call it an entertainment center. It's a stand that it sits on, and it's got some drawers. So I slide this underneath it, and when I'm watching TV, I can pull it out, and this goes with it. It's got some fabric pieces and other shapes. So I need to organize it all. And I have these books that I want to cut and use. These books, and I can use the covers for journals, but I really, really want to use the people, the little children and animals and images that are in this. So that's what they're for. And then I just got a pack of small talk stickers from Amazon. And so I think I can use some of those on these little clusters. So this whole thing is going to slide under my TV stand. And for these strips, I'm going to make some side clusters. So I would probably trim that a little bit narrower and maybe use, cut this down a little bit and use that. And also maybe with the smaller ones, which I would still cut down, I could make some layered dangles to hang off of a bulb pin. So that's another project that I can work on that while I'm watching TV too. Oh, this Pop Goes the Weasel came out of one of those books. That goes in a pouch called Miscellaneous, which I do have here. I did get it out. All of these pouches go in my closet in here. All right, I think that's everything that I wanted to talk about as far as cleanup. So now let's work on our project. And what I would like to do is make some labels. So I'm going to use book pages, neutral, ledgers, map, atlas pages like this, but probably not with the real colorful map pages. This is a really old one. I just want a neutral background, but with some interest. And this is also from an atlas. It was one of the index pages, and I love the green color. And then some music paper. And I also have foreign language book pages and what else? Oh, reference book. So I want to do some stamping of labels on these. And then I want to stamp an image on the label. So I'll do it, you know, relatively quickly. I have these label stamps, which I bought before everybody was making label stamps. I can't even tell you who it was I bought them from. But it was someone that Jessica Rapp worked with to create these. She asked him to make these, and then he made them available. So at first you could only buy them like this, and then he made them where you could put them on a block, an acrylic block. So, but I like them like this. I think they're a lot easier for me to use than putting them on and off blocks, because I'm changing sizes all the time with these. So that's what I want to use. I guess that's all of them. And I'm just going to start stamping. First I'll stamp an assortment of the labels. Every time I lean on my table it squeaks, because it's two tables put together and they rub when I lean against it. So I'm sorry. It annoys me when I hear it. I don't always hear it. But now that I've pointed it out, you will. I want to do quite a few large ones because I have some stamps that I think will need the large ones. I pulled out a lot of stamps. I don't know why they're all going crooked. There are lines on the paper, so crooked will be noticeable, but it doesn't matter. I put the numbers right in there. Here's an even bigger one. This has lines on it. But now a lot of stamp companies make label stamps. I know Tim Holtz has some. Most of them, I think, are in with other stamps. So if you bought a stamp collection, you might have a label or two in it. You could also, well, I saw someone on Etsy, that might cut into that, who didn't use a stamp. She was, not Etsy, YouTube. She was just cutting out shapes. So she would take a ledger page and cut it into strips, and then cut the strips into a nice size, various sizes for labels, and then angle the corners. She had a punch that cut angled corners. And then she inked around the edges to make them, they didn't look like this, but gave them a border. And then she stamped on them. I think this is what I was working with. So you could just do that. You don't need a stamp. And they made some really nice labels. Yep, that one's bigger. I think this one is the same size as this, but it doesn't have lines. I'll stamp a few of these big ones. Okay, I'll fill in with some of the smaller ones, and then I'll try some other kinds of pages. It's a teeny tiny one. Oops, I overlapped it. I was watching this end. There we go. Well, that's not a very good stamp. Not a good impression. I'll try to straighten it up. That one end. Let's try it again. It's better. Okay, now I will just do some on this French text. It's from a novel called Le Lion. So I'm just going to stamp on different types of pages, and then I'll be back to do the fun stamping. All right, I have done quite a bit of stamping of labels. So this one is on a vintage used ledger page from 1955. I just did this one on this. I don't know why I didn't go back to this page, but there's one. This one is a tiny little vintage dictionary. And this one says it's French. Table, analytic table and lexique. I don't know if that means lexicon. I don't know. But anyway, it's French text from a vintage book. This one is a dictionary, and I stamped this and picked it up, and the stamp, I don't remember what happened. I don't know. But anyway, the ink pad ended up upside down right there. But that's okay. I have plenty of others. Another used ledger page. And another dictionary page. And organ music. I remember being excited about buying this because it was landscape, but it's pretty brittle. So it's a little difficult to fold into a page. I'm sorry, I've been out of screen, haven't I? So it's good for cutting out and using in collage. And then this was a tiny little page from a French novel. And I did a little bit of stamping in the labels. So I stamped a little key. This is a Stampin' Up! Stamp from an old set. And I stamped this pen, but it's a little too intricate for stamping on top of words. So I don't know if I'll ever use that. This is a little design for this very thin label, and this came with it's Kathy Holden, one of her sets. I had it right here, you know, I just used it. Anyway, it's a Kathy Holden set. And then this little pen nib is also from Stampin' Up. I also have these label stickers that were just sent to me in a package recently. I believe these were from Emily at Polka Dot Pixels. And I think they're Cavallini stickers. They don't say it anywhere, but someone else sent me Cavallini stickers years ago, and that's what these look like to me. Their paper and their style. Excuse me. So I could stamp on these too. I had, oh, this one I stamped vertically because that's where it had space. So I would like to keep the words going the right way. So I was looking for a small stamp that would fit vertically in there. And I think this one here, well, this is from the Tim Holtz Tidbits. And it's just got directions, northwest, northeast, north, etc. I'm going to trim the corners of this because I haven't used this. Well, I stamped the whole thing on this, so I would know where to put them back. Basically, it would show me if I'm missing any stamps. There's no other way to know. So it was stamped that one time. Use something a little smaller. And I think I'll do this one in blue. I'm mostly just using black and white though. Ooh, that's pretty juicy. Oh, but it worked. I like the color there. So that's one page done. And I have this stamp that I either bought it from an Etsy seller or I picked it up at a flea market, but it works. I tried it out, and I'm going to stamp it on this. It's pre-inked, and the ink still works. Cool. Looks very official. Okay, what other stamps do I have out that I want to use? I should have stamped some vertical ones. I like these light bulbs, so they would need to be vertical. No, they don't have to be. I can stamp them like that. The words can be sideways. I have several light bulbs. I have a horn. That's cool. That's Tim Holtz, the Professor. And I may have some of my Tim Holtz pieces mixed up into the wrong sets. I'm pretty sure this goes with the Professor. Oh, that looks good. Okay, let's do the light bulb. They look really good. Wonder if he'll fit in here. He might go off a little bit, but I think I'll do him in a different color. Let's try him in this burgundy color. Chianti. cool. That is a fun page, isn't it? I have this pointing finger. I have another one too in a different set. I want to see if that's pointing in the other direction, and I want to see how big it is. This is a tailor-made journal set called Hodgepodge. This is one that I bought myself for Christmas. Oh, that's a big one, and it is pointing the other way. I'm going to stamp this on a plain paper first because it's an unused one, and it's might be one of those that needs to be cleaned off. Let's see. Oh, that works good. That's good. I'll put it right in there. I'm avoiding stamps with words because they would be hard to read, I think, with the background. But numbers, I think, would be okay. Especially if I use a color other than black. See how it looks with green. That looks good. And navy blue. It says medieval blue. I have medieval blue and twilight. I think twilight is closer to navy. This one has a purple tint to it, I think. It's nice. Just out of curiosity, I'll try it with the medieval blue. Yeah, that's more purple. Okay, I'm having fun. I have some keys, some bigger ones than I just used. That one about there. What fun. I don't think I'll put anything in the teeny tiny ones. They're just have some music notes in them. Looking for another one about this size. I guess, no, this size. Yeah, that's it. That's the same one. I want to try stamping some flowers, but kind of stamping them off. So I'm going to have to cut one because it won't contain the whole flower. And I think that will be pretty. I'll stamp this one in the burgundy. Ooh, that looks so pretty. I need to do another one. I think this one's even smaller. Now this one is an advertisement, and it does have words on it, but I'm going to try it. It's an advertisement for art supplies. So I want to do it in a nice brighter color that will show up. So I guess I'll try this blue again. This one is water, what is it? Warm Breeze. Oh yeah, that looks good. All right, let's see what I have in here. This is a fun box. This is my Cheese Rabbit Studio stamps, which I bought from Etsy. And they're just a lot of fun, eclectic stamps. So there must be something good in here. There's a little finger pointing. You can use that on some of the smaller stamps or labels. I like this lady with the, that's what she looks like. but it's wide. If I could cut it in half, but I'm not going to. I think it's too wide for any of the stamps, labels. I wonder if this umbrella would work. It's a little wide. Okay, let's keep looking. Chandelier. They might be a little too intricate. Maybe this deer would be cute. And a hot air balloon, bicycle. This is acorn. That's so cute. Where would the bicycle go? I've used up all the biggest ones, so I guess we won't do the bicycle. Yeah, I don't have any more of the really big ones. Okay, and that I can do. Now I have to do some small ones. I don't know if I'm not going to stamp on this with the lines. I could just, that'll just be a writing. Oh, here's the Kathy Holden set. That'll just be a writing spot. I have these little hands. Those are words. This set is reading matter. That's what it's called. Kathy Holden Flea Market Finds Reading Matter. These little hands holding a heart are really cute. Right there. Perfect. Anything else in here? There's a tiny, tiny little telephone. I don't even think I noticed that was there. Yeah, it's adorable. Wonder if it would fit in one of these tiny ones. Nope, it's even too big for that. Okay, let's move all these things. I'll do some more of these with my skinny. I like this design. And this came from the Kathy Holden set too. look at something else. Maybe a butterfly would fit in some of these. I don't know as I've ever used that. This one is Stampin' Up, and it's one of the old ones that doesn't stick. They were supposed to stick, but they didn't. I think I'll do orange because it looks like a monarch butterfly. I think it would look better on a black label with orange color. So we are just going to have to try that. That's the biggest one, right? Yes. I'll do it in black. That's pretty. Somebody commented on my nails in my last video, so I don't usually point out when I almost always say I'm getting my nails done today, but I don't always talk about this is what they look like now. So I decided, it was a very, very wintry. It's been very cold here. We haven't had snow, very, very, very little snow, but it's been very cold and icy and frigid. And so I thought, I just want something wintry. So I got sparkly white with blue tips. And they're fun. So I put this blue ring on today to do my video. Doesn't match my sweater though. All right, let's do this one and finish this page up. One more butterfly. I'll just do this one in black. This is a Prima stamp. That looks pretty. I like it with the black. I'm not going to do that because they overlapped, and I'm not going to do the tiny ones. So that page is done. I think we're not going to be able to finish all of these because I still have quite a few to stamp. So I'm going to have to say goodbye. Oh, here's another page. So let's just look at what we did. Just one there. Got lots to finish on this page, but I like the hands. Those are fun ones. Plain ones. tiny telephone, and one key. So I guess I'll finish filling in these stamps. I could leave them plain. I don't have to stamp on them. I could just cut them out and put them in my stash ready to use. I'll do a few more anyway. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for coming along today. Have a creative day. Bye.